So first of all, Dana White made an announcement about wanting to make an announcement about the UFC Noche card.
All right, guys, I'm on my way to the arena right now for the weigh-ins. In about 45 minutes, I'm going live on Instagram at 1:30 on the East Coast. Live on Instagram. I got some information for you. See you in about an hour.
So this, got us all hyped. Like, for you to make an announcement about an announcement, that means this has to be fire, right? So imagine, man, I don't even know how I feel right now because imagine waiting on an announcement that has been announced was going to be announced, thinking you were going to get something that like going to blow your mind completely, and then the announcement happens and you're like, what? Because I'm looking at the UFC Noche card right here and 10 fights. This is flat out fight night card. Like, I'm madly impressed. This is flat out a fight night card. Bro, the Saudi Arabia card is way better than what we have here. At this point, it feels like UFC and Dana White are just taking the piss. Because you call this the event of a lifetime. Like, bro, UFC 299, UFC 300. Like, those were good cards. Of course, personally, I still feel like 299 was better than 300. But then, generally, those were good cards. Quality fights, interesting fighters. I mean, no disrespect to him, but when Ode Osborne starts getting to be on the main card of a pay-per-view, a once-in-a-lifetime pay-per-view, let me add that, then you know, man, that pay-per-view has to be absolute crap. Ode Osborne, hell no. And another crazy part of this is one of the most interesting fights on the card, Michel Pereira versus Anthony Hernandez, was taken off the card to headline a fight night. Bro, oh my God. I really don't know what Dana White, Hunter, and the UFC were thinking with this one. Because I'm looking at the card right now, and of course, this is the main event we're hyped for. Sean O'Malley, Merab Valishvili, we're hyped for that. Of course, because it's the Noche card, we have Grasso on the card. Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko. By the way, I really hope Shevchenko gets the job done this time and gets the belt back. Ortega versus Lopez, solid fight. We should have had that before, but it's great that we're having it now. But then after that, how am I having unranked fighters in the main card of a one-in-a-lifetime event? Man, UFC 300 was one-in-a-lifetime event, and we saw it. We saw it with the quality of fight. But bro, Zellhuber versus Ribovics, Rodriguez versus Osborne, no, man. I mean, even on the prelims, the only fight that's like a big draw is the Rosas fight versus Ariki Leng. That's the only fight that's like, a big draw right there. Two women's MMA fights, and you know how we feel about those. And then you have like two other fights from fighters who aren't bad, but they don't have the star power to carry a card that's supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime event. Look at UFC 300, opening fight on the night. Bro, Cody Garbrandt, Davison Figueiredo. Now, that's what you call a once-in-a-lifetime event. I completely disagree with the UFC and with Dana White if they are telling us this UFC 306 card is a once-in-a-lifetime event. This is straight up a UFC fight night. This is an Apex card. I'm not even 18, but bruh, it's like in recent history, whenever the UFC have like a major card in front of them, they mess it up, but the card before it or few cards before it, you get really solid fights. Because August, we have a fight night card that hands down rivals this UFC Noche card. We have a fight night card. Listen to that again. We have a fight night card that rivals the once in a lifetime event. Same way UFC 299 rivaled UFC 300. It's just crazy at this point. Anyways, I'll probably still do a detailed, breakdown of the card and my picks for the card. But then just to do a quick rundown, I'll be starting from the main card since, that seems to be where we have like the good stuff. Yeah, O'Malley versus Merab. I really want Merab to win this one. I know it's a big climb for him, but then I really want him to win that. Grasso Shevchenko, I'm Team Shevchenko all day. Team Shevchenko all day. Ortega versus Lopez. Really interesting fight. Really interesting fight. But a part of me wants Lopez to win, but then there's another part of me that isn't ready for this changing of the guard. So I think I'm sticking with Ortega on that one. Zeluba, Ribovics, don't care. Rodriguez Osborne, don't care. Torres Bahamondes, don't care. Aldana Dumont, don't care. Chares Boras, don't care. Aregi Souza, don't care. Rosas Ariki Leng, yeah. Like I said, it was going to be a quick one because, man, this card is not what we were hoping. And it's crazy because a lot of money has been pumped into this. So the question is, why pump that much money into this and then, you pack a fight night card before it with quality fights and then, you just dump a bunch of Mexicans that nobody cares, nobody is excited about on the card, and you think you've done a great job. Of course, at the end of the day, we're still going to watch, but this card, no hype about it. When I go over the Sandhagen Nurmagomedov card, and that's a fight night card, and I count the number of fights I actually want to see. I actually want to see the main event. I want to see the co-main event. That's Shara Magomedov and Mikhail Olenjeshuk. I want to see Marlon Vera, Davison Figueiredo. I want to see Tony Ferguson, Michael Chiesa. But then, so that's 4 fights already in the books that I want to see. I also want to see Alonzo Menifield and Azamat Muzakhanov, and maybe the Jai Herbert fight. So that's about 5 fights I'm looking forward to on the card. But then when you jump over to UFC Noche, 3 fights at best. O'Malley, Grasso, Ortega, and I'm out. Maybe Rosas, but not because of the fight, more because of the character, the Raul Rosas character. So if I'm excited to see 5 fights on the fight night card, on the Apex card, and I'm only excited to see 3 fights on the pay-per-view card, a pay-per-view that's supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime event, I would say poor job. So there you have it, my thoughts on the UFC Noche card. Do let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Bye.